You are right where you are supposed to be. I am so grateful for a relationship with Jesus. I'm so grateful for how he communicates to me and how we commune together. It is like no other. And I'm grateful that that relationship continues to grow and grow. And he invites me to continue to just be aware of his presence, be aware of his love, be aware of his goodness, be aware of the things that he wants to show me. And it is marvelous. It really, really is. Welcome to this episode of Her Renewed Mind. I hope that you are doing amazing, whether you're listening to this in your car, in your home, maybe you're out on a walk. But I thank you for tuning in all across the world. Shout out to you. I love you and I'm grateful for you. And so, this episode, I want to take you behind the scenes. I am full of gratitude, full of gratitude. I'm recording this actually on a Sunday. So if you're listening to this on Monday, August 10th, just yesterday, I'm recording this yesterday. Does that make sense? I'm in today, but you're listening on Monday. I recorded this yesterday. But I'm fresh off the Kingdom Queens retreat. Shout out to the Kingdom Queens. Oh my goodness. So blessed to have shared a word, preached, spoke, poured, prophesied, reminded, encouraged the beautiful young ladies that were part of the Kingdom Queens retreat. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And I'm amazed at how God is the great orchestrator. He is the great conductor. And again, he reminds me, like I said at the beginning, that I am right where I'm supposed to be. And so I was invited to be a part of the Kingdom Queens Retreat. It is a 2 year mentorship program. Kingdom Queens is a 2 year mentorship program for young ladies, I believe ages 21 to 30, and is hosted by Ashaya Robinson, soon to be Dr. A. I've already called her Dr. A. You all know I'm already calling her Dr. A, but soon to be Dr. Ashaya Robinson and Kiara Brewer. Beautiful, beautiful young ladies. I won't get into how I know them, but let's just say God again is the great connector. And so this is their 3rd year of hosting the retreat, the 3rd year of the Kingdom Queens program. This is the second cohort because they stay with and mentor and love on the young ladies for a 2 year time period. So the young ladies I met today will stay with Key and Ashaya for 2 years of beautiful mentorship, discipleship. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I was thinking, man, if I had been part of something like that, right? But I was getting mentored ages 21 through 30. It just didn't look like this, but that's okay because here we are. But it really is a beautiful, beautiful program. And so Ashaya reached out to me, goodness, maybe a month ago, maybe a little bit less than a month ago, to ask me if I could be a part. And she wanted me to be a part in one way. And I was really excited and said yes. But after thinking about it, I didn't have the capacity. But I said, I could speak on Sunday because as she was telling me the vision for the weekend, she said, well, Sunday is Queen Arise. And I was like, wait, what? She's like, yes, Sunday's theme is Queen Arise. I was like, hey, Shai, do you know that I have a book called Queen Arise? Like that is the mandate, that is ministry. Like I Queen Arise and I wear the shirt, right? Like I wasn't wearing the shirt when she asked me. She was telling me about the weekend, but I'm recording this after I have shared at the retreat. And she's like, okay, I think I knew that you did, but I wasn't thinking about that when we partnered together and prayed about the vision for the weekend. I'm like, if it's okay if you all would have me, I think I'm supposed to share on Sunday. I think that I'm just supposed to come and preach, speak, and pour into the young ladies before they go back to life, back to reality, right? But it was reality for the whole weekend, but back to their homes, back to work, back to the day to day. And so she was like, Aisha, I was like, let me talk to Kiara and we'll see. And I just knew, I'm like, it's meant to be. Like, you cannot make these things up. And a couple of episodes ago, I talked about, refocusing my business on the college coaching, but at the same time, and I don't know if I shared this, I don't think I shared it last week because I shared the recording from the live I did about college, but maybe I think I talked about in my stories. I have a love for what I do, helping students and families, and I have a love for pouring into women. And I can do it. I can do it. I can do both. I can do both and. And so if you're feeling like you have a both and, you have this interest and you're gifted in this, it's okay to do both. And you just get to decide that maybe today my focus is on this, or for this hour, I'm focused on this, or maybe, for this month or this season, I'm focused on this and then this. Or you're in your flow and then God drops an opportunity and you're like, oh, and this is exactly what happened. I'm like, okay, God has opened the door for me to do what I love, which is encourage his daughters, which is pour into his queens, to speak life, to share my testimony, to preach Jesus, to preach the good news that with him it's better, and that we have Holy Spirit living on the inside of us, and he's the one at work in us, so we don't have to strive. So I'm just giving you a little piece of the things that I talked about to the young ladies. And so they said yes. Like, yes, we want Dr. Candice to come and close us out and really serve as the I think after I spoke, she was like, you just sealed everything, Candace. Like everything we talked about the whole weekend, like you touched on. And I'm like, what? 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 Because I knew where God had me. And here's the other thing, as Ashaya was again sharing the vision for the weekend and some of the topics they were going to be discussing, she did share some of it. And I was already there. I was already there. I was already there. I was already there. God already had me there. He was already aligning it. He was already causing me to sit with him and abide. And then I'm in Better Preacher Academy and we're working on our sermons. And the scripture that we are coming from is John 15:4, where Jesus is sharing with his disciples the Last Supper, the night before he was about to be crucified, that he is the vine and they are the branches. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you will. Like that whole upper room discourse is what some scholars call it. I was already in it. And what I know is God is so good because I have to eat first. I have to take it in first. Like he wants to do personal ministry in me. And then there's this overflow that comes that I can give to others. And so as after I spoke today and she's sharing like, Candace, you sealed it up, you touched on everything, like that is mind blowing. And I'm like, well, it's because I really was talking to myself. Like I was really just letting you all in. I was really like opening the door, right, for you all to come in to my room and hear the conversations and hear the thoughts that I was having. So I hear you. And I'm like, just shaking my head, like, nobody but God. Nobody but God. Nobody but God. You are right where you're supposed to be. And it's just beautiful. And I just encourage you, sis, to take some time to look around and see how God is connecting the dots. If you have any doubt, take an inventory. Look for the evidence of God weaving it all together. I wrote Queen Arise. I started writing it in 2021, but it was already being written on my heart before the foundation of the world. God was already in his beautiful way showing me who I really was, showing me my identity. And it took other people letting me know, like, Candice, this is who you are. Isn't that powerful? And now I'm able to take what I've been given and remind my beautiful queen sisters of who they are and just really just put a stamp on it. Because it's something I said, before I talk about who you are, And I hope you know by now who you are, right? Because the young ladies at the Kingdom Queens retreat since Friday have been getting that encouragement, have been getting that prophetic word, have been prayed over, right? But sometimes we just need to be reminded, we need another voice to say, yes, you can. Yes, that's true about you. You can and you will. What a beautiful moment today. So I bless God for the Kingdom Queens. It was 8 beautiful young ladies, and I'm looking at them like, y'all are precious. You are God's beloved, and He loves you so much. And even me being a part, how it all came together was God showing me His love. Love was the main thing, right? The retreat took place at Valaterra. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a retreat center just a county over from where I am. And I used to run through this county when I served as the outreach counselor for Kia because that was one of the counties in my service area. So I've been to the high schools there and been to community organizations there. And so driving, it was about 35 minutes away from my home. And so even driving there gave me joy because it's been a while since I've been to that county. And then the retreat center is tucked away in nature, like literally in the middle of like, where am I? Like fields and fields, flowers and flowers. You know, you go down, not I don't even want to call it a 2-lane road. And I was like, well, I'm grateful no one else is coming by because I'm literally taking up the whole road. And then it turns into a gravel road. And I noticed some signage as I was coming into the property, and one said, take your time. I said, oh, noted. And I was like, I'm right where I felt it. I was like, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And then another sign said, slow down. So I intentionally slowed down my car. I started to take note of my surroundings. And you know, I love nature. So I was taking it all in. There were trees on both sides of this gravel road. And I let the windows down and I actually took a picture and recorded video because I want to capture, yes, while driving, but I was literally by myself on this road. But I took it all in, and coming up to the house. It's a huge 3-story retreat center slash house with big, large, long windows. It was heaven. It was heaven. I was like, oh my gosh. It was so inviting. It was inviting you to retreat, right? Shaded areas, benches, a few bench or two outside, huge patio with patio furniture where you could sit out on the back deck, huge porch where you could, hang over the railing and just see the beauty of God's creation, birds flying and chirping. I said, "Oh my God, I'm right where I'm supposed to be." So I was blessed to pop in the night, Saturday night. Ashaya thought it was important for me to come and just meet the girls. And it was so beautiful because I ended up meeting young ladies that I know. Like a few of them we had already met before or had a connection through somebody. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's take a selfie because I'm gonna send it to my sis because I know who you are. And I want to let them know that now like we've met, we've we've connected. It was beautiful. And that was a beautiful reminder that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So, so, so grateful. And I think what also is so cool, another like just beautiful confirmation, just God saying, yep, is I posted finally on Instagram a B-roll video that my little sister, mentee cousin Alicia Leach put together for me. And this was content from when I spoke at the Wow brunch at West Chestnut Street Baptist Church. And I hadn't posted it. And I was kind of hesitant. I was in my head about it because I was going back and forth, like, wait, about this college stuff. Is okay that I post something different? And what I posted it. And in the clip, and I hadn't listened to the clip in a while, I was basically prophesying that I was going to be speaking to women every month for the rest of 2026 and then already booked into 2027. And I was speaking at this retreat. I think I posted it on like Tuesday or Wednesday. And when I listened back, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's happening. It's happening. So it can be at the same time. Don't be discouraged, sis. Now, pray, check your capacity, lean into what the need is, what you feel like is most important. But sometimes it can be both and. And if so, God is giving you the capacity for that. Or if you're like, I feel like He wants me to focus on this, go do that. You have permission. God is not mad at you if you decide to go with pathway A, right? But if He wants you to focus on pathway B or do something with pathway B, He'll open the door for you to do that. And I am a witness to that. It blows my mind, but He's using it all because nothing is wasted. The work that I'm doing with students and families, at the end of the day, the both and the women empowerment, the women ministry, like it's all under the same umbrella. It's all releasing heaven on earth, maybe just through a different vehicle. And that's great because God is the one that allowed the platform to even come to be. That I'm helping students understand who they are and how they're gifted and helping them take their next steps in their educational career. And I'm also helping women understand and discover and who they are and taking next steps and receiving the love that's already theirs. And it's good. It's so good. It's so good. I'm completely in awe of God, and at the same time, He is in awe of me. And not just me, He's in awe of you. He is in awe of you. I'm just grateful. Just grateful. So I want to share something that I have coming up, and I want you to be a part. I want you to be a part. I'm going to have the information in the show notes. For my beautiful queens, my beautiful ladies, my Her Renew Mind community, I'm going to be hosting a couple of gatherings virtually. Last year I was doing Gathering of the Queens, so we're going to gather again. I've missed the gather, and so we're going to gather, and I'm going to be sharing on identity and taking the next step, and how you can go from overwhelmed to grace filled, from confusion to clear in a beautiful community. And I want you to join me. I want you to join me. And so I'm going to put some information in the show notes, and I want you to take a look at it and take that next step. If this is something that you need, you're tired of going in circles, you're tired of starting a thing and then stopping, you're tired of not having consistency in your life when you know God is calling you to keep going, jump on in the master classes, and they'll be complimentary that I'll have. And I'll also be talking about other ways that we can connect, other ways that we can partner together. So again, check the show notes, get on in this community. I love you. I appreciate you. And until next time, peace.